Okay, guys. So our focus tonight is really going to be over in the trading view space. Okay, going to be in the trading view space just so we can do proper analysis, and we'll be going back and forth a little bit to MT4. But just of my opinion that analysis is best done on MT4. Trading is best. I'm sorry, analysis is best done on trading view. Taking trades and managing trades is best done on MT4. I wish they would all get together and just have a baby and just make and make them both kind of congeal together, but they haven't done that. So that's how we have to do it. Okay. But so what I want you all to focus on is three things that I gave you kind of a preamble to. I'm going to talk about structure. I'm going to talk about trend. I'm going to talk about price action. Okay. Structure, trend, and price action. As you all know, and we'll take a glimpse over into, let me share. We'll take a glimpse over into our MT4 setup. Okay. Our MT4 world, what do? We look for levels of structure that has been rejected. Right here, we look for white arrow, which is daily. We look for 4 hour, which is orange. And when we see an entry that is rejected at area, we consider that a valid entry. Okay. That's pretty much what we do here. And that's no really big secret. The real thing that we want to focus in on is being able to spot those things. Okay. From a naked chart perspective. And can you all see trading view now? Someone give me an eight if you can see trading view now. Okay, great. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen. So here's the first thing we want to do. We want to establish our trend and our structure. Y'all can see I'm on the daily time frame. Okay. Our whole focus of our strategy is rejection of higher time frame structure, which is the 4 hour and the daily. You can use others. I've found those two to be the most reliable. Okay. The tandem of the 4 hour and the daily together is where we find our most strength, but at the very least the 4. Okay. So what we want to do, we want to start at the 4 hour time frame. And right here, we're on NZD USD. We're going to look at 4 pairs tonight. We're looking at NZD USD. Okay, currently. Now, just looking at current price action. Okay, this current swap right here. Okay, can somebody type in the chat what direction this is in? What kind of trend is the daily in? Buy? Anybody else? I can see that. I can see that. Buy. Okay. All right. So as we can see right here, guys, trend line is just touching one space to another. Touch two points and you see a trend. Okay. As you can see right here, it is in an uptrend currently. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, whenever you do a trend line, and if you want to duplicate the same line, this is just a little trading view tutorial. Press Command, and you get the same line that matches it almost exactly what you have. Okay, so I'll put it at the area where I have the most touches. See that? Most areas where. And if you want to do this, let those be the outliers, and then use this. This is your area of touch. Nobody's mad at you. Okay. It's no perfect way. It's what's comfortable for you. All right. So we clearly can see right here that we're in an uptrend on the daily. All right. I want you to keep that in mind. I feel more comfortable putting it right here. I really do. Okay. So keep in mind that we're in an uptrend on a daily. All right. That is the predominant thing that we're doing. So that's what thing we want to do. We want to draw in our major levels. Okay. Now, major levels on a time frame. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit and let you see what's not a major level. Like you see like this little movement right there, that's not a major level. That's probably a lower time frame, maybe a 30-minute level. It's not a major level. Whenever we're looking for major levels, we're looking to where we see big movement. See big movement and we see several touches. Okay. So those of you that are note taking, we look for big movements of rejection and we look for multiple touches. Those are the ways that we determine. So what I do is I grab this in this menu here. I grab the rectangle feature. Okay. So it's nothing, is no real, it's not really deep. I see a big move from here to here. Do y'all agree with that? We see a big move here. This move originated here. So that's going to be a major level of daily structure. Okay. I always get my extremes. My most right here, I see several touches right here. Y'all see that? See where it's touched? 1, 2, 3, 4, multiple times, even right here. So I consider this a level of structure, major level of structure. Right? Right here, we see a major place where it touched multiple times and we saw a big response. I consider this a major level of structure on the daily. Y'all see that? We look for places of multiple touches and we look for places where we see strong rejection. That makes sense. All right. I also see one right here because I see it touch this little zone here a couple of times, played around in it. Okay. So it's kind of a mid-major, not totally big and major, but it is significant enough the price has been rejecting it. Okay. So now we have two things that we've established, y'all. We've established that it is currently in an upward trajectory in relation to these levels. And as you can see here, you see what when people trade from a swing trade perspective, if you have your major levels already established, you literally, as it came up here and it rejected this, you literally can zoom in a little bit. You literally can, when you see rejection, let me move it over. We see strong rejection on this candle here. You could have entered here, put your stop here and rode that all the way down. Okay. So that's the beauty. And I'm not here about swing trading. This is not a swing trading session, but y'all look at the pips on that. Let me run that measurement again. Okay. If you got in right here, that's 1,000 pips. Okay. That is 1,000 pips, guys. Now, it took 89 days. You see that? It took almost 3 months. You see right here, 89 days, 63 bars, 89 days. But as you can see, that's the reason people like to swing trade. Okay. But what we're not, this is not a swing trading session. What this is us showing the power of the daily and how we can take advantage of that on lower time frames. Okay. All right. So as we can see, it's going from level to level. When it leaves, it goes to the next level. Okay. Still in a downward trend. So it broke and went to that level. Now it has rejected. It's going up to that level, broke, came and retested that level. Has been going up, up, up until it reached this level, came back under, came and retested that level. Now it's coming back down. Okay. Now, currently it looks like it may hold right here. We don't know yet. So what we do, we go down to the 4-hour. All right. And what do we see what the 4-hour has been doing of late? Forget daily right now. Okay. I'm going to see if I can turn this off. So we already know that daily is in the upward trajectory. How can I make this? I'm just gonna make that fade away right quick. Okay. Forget the daily right now. What is the 4-hour currently doing? Somebody talk to me. Yes, staying in the trades, about psychology. You're right. Somebody type, or you can unmute. I think you can unmute if you like. Somebody tell me, what is the 4-hour doing? Now we're just using our eyes, y'all. What do y'all see the 4-hour doing? Current price action.
Price action is falling.
Yes. All right. We see the 4-hour in its current trajectory. So there are trends within trends. Oh. Hold on one second, guys. It's knocking all of them out. Okay, got you. All right. It may be in a, so as we see, hold on, let me zoom out just a little bit. Overall on the 4-hour, it's kind of in consolidation. It's kind of staying in a range. Y'all see that? It's in this little box. Y'all see that? It's kind of in a box. But its current trajectory in the current leg that it's in, it is in this funky, steep downtrend. Okay. Now, you can say this. It was in an uptrend. Look at this, guys. It was in an uptrend, but what happened? At this intersection here, what happened? It's not a trick question, y'all. Y'all see this? Listen to what I said. It was in an uptrend. But what happened?
Reversal.
It reversal. Why is that?
It broke the trend line.
Broke the trend line, meaning it made a what? Because what were we making? I'm going to highlight this right here. Hold on. I'm going to use the highlighter. I was making a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then I made a what?
A lower low.
That's it. So when the sequence is broken, the trend has changed. All right. So that's the reason I drew this channel first, because it broke this low. As you can see, it was higher, higher, high, higher, low, higher, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. That would have been your higher low, and it broke it. When it broke it, it officially went into a downtrend. Does that make sense? All right. So now let's look back at this. Now let's go back up to the daily. We see the levels we've been drawing, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you here, guys. This right here also is a minor level, minor daily level. We see these multiple touches. 1, 2, see how it's reacting at this space? Look to see what price reacts. See how it hit this big movement? Okay. So if I go back to the 4-hour, look at what I have a convergence of. Somebody tell me what I have a convergence of. It's not a trick question, y'all. It's right in front of your face. What two things just converged?
The daily and the 4-hour.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, David. You got it. The 4-hour bearish trend just converged with the daily level of structure. So somebody tell me what's the highest probability of what's about to happen? It's two things that I think that are about to happen. Somebody talk to me. Somebody about to say something. Go ahead.
I'll give somebody else a chance.
It should reverse. If it's gonna, it should bounce off that daily structure and at least go back the other way. Try to go back the other way.
So yes, I believe that it will. Let me see if I can get me a nice little pretty arrow. I don't know where they at. But anyway, I believe personally that it should reverse, go up this way. I believe what it's going to do, this that it just broke, it's likely going to come up to this apex where they cross, and it's going to retest. Of course, we all know this is probability, right? It should come back up to this area and retest this level before continuing down. Anybody else have any other theories? That's just mine. Okay. So what we just found by starting at the what we just found by starting at the daily time frame, establishing trend, then establishing our major levels, then going down to the 4, we found a place where they both converge. All right. Now, with that being said, let's go to MT4. Can y'all see? Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. So let's go to NZD USD on the 15-minute. And what do we see? See a daily arrow. We see a 4-hour arrow. And we see things taking shape for a nice 415. Okay. But we already would have known that because we saw that with our eyes with the chart. We saw that the 4-hour converged with the daily structure. 4-hour downward trend. This is that downward trend. Okay. This is that downward trend. It converged with daily structure and 4-hour structure. Now it's rejecting. Now, if for people who want to take that want to just do straight up price action, after this doji and this engulfing right here, this would be your entry candle. This would be your entry candle right there. Put it behind this structure, and you would already be in great pips at this point. People that trade straight price action, they're not looking for these things to line up. They take that right there and would already be almost 30 pips in profit already. After that engulfing with an entry right there. Okay. That's all this is, y'all. Now, these indicators and stuff are giving you the safest entry and all that stuff. But that is literally all it is. Okay. Any questions at this point? I got a couple more I want us to look at, and then I want to open up for any questions in general that you all may have. Is that helpful? Is that confusing? What is it? Y'all talk to me. Sure. Let's ask a question. Let's get clarity.
Hello, Tony.
Hello.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Tell me, what do you think about smart money concept?
I'm not really familiar. I know enough to be dangerous about it, and I know
Yeah.
there are certain levels that they trade at. I'm just not well versed enough to talk about on it.
Oh, okay. I just hear about it today, and there are lots of strategy, but I think you're right because the break and retest trend line, I think it's the same thing for me.
Yeah, I think that there are, you know, I know that institutions and smart money they like to trade at round numbers and things of that nature, and there is some truth to it. But I think at the end of the day, support and resistance, structure, trend line, and price action are going to be consistent no matter what. Because I think sometimes we're trying to find a magic pill and a magic bullet a lot of times. And I think that makes us ignore what our eyes see because, oh, it has to hit that level or it's going to go through that level. And I think at first, let's learn to trust our eyes and trust our knowledge. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem. And anybody have any question about what I just covered? Because I want to do a couple more examples. I've got about 4 examples, and and we have a brave soul tonight to walk with me through that. Okay. Want to just jump into another one? Let's do that. All right. So let's look at Euro JPY. All right. Trying to use some different ones so that we can see. Uh-oh, let me get rid of the marker. I'm sorry. All right. So let's go on the daily time frame. Zoom out a little bit so we can see. All right. And it's in the current little quadrant from here. What can we say? What kind of trend is the daily time frame in?
Uptrend.
Up. Everybody agree with that? Is that agreeable? Okay. Go hit command and hit the button. Now we got a little channel that we're moving with. Y'all good with that? Okay. Now, that's what we've established what the current look is. Now, let's look at these major levels. All right. I always go to the extreme. Okay. I get the extremes and then I feel in the middle. So I see this big one where I have big movement right here. It's a pretty big zone here. Okay. I can just press command and just, I can press command and the mouse and get another one and get the top zone up here where I see a big movement that came down here. Okay. That give me some clarity. See where it's going from level to level. If I want to do around here, I can do another zone here. All right. Now we can start looking at the smaller ones where we see multiple touches. All right. So I see some little playing around here. I see some playing around right here. All right, does that look pretty good? Of course, when you go down the lower other time frames, and let's see, maybe a little one right there. Okay. All right. So now we've got two things established. We've got that the daily is in an uptrend, and we've got our major levels of support and resistance based on the daily. Okay. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Kind of stretch it out a little bit. And we can see currently that the 4 hour is doing what, y'all? Look at the current structure. What is the 4 hour doing?
It's approaching the daily structure.
Right. But what it's going in a downward trajectory, right?
Correct. Right.
So we've got a 4 hour bearish trajectory. Okay. So just pop quiz. What kind of setup is this? This one that just played out. What kind of setup is this? It's a 4 hour bearish and a daily bullish. What kind of setup this? Is that an A, B, or C? Come on, y'all. I'm trying to get y'all to think without those indicators. I see some chat going on. Okay, so let's remember. I got B's and C's going on. A setup is what? A B or C. So let's review. A C setup is just a 4 hour reversal, meaning it's hit a 4 hour level of structure. And it has 4 hour level of structure and it's reversing. A B is a daily and a 4 together, but it's not with the daily. It's a 4 hour bias with the daily bias. Remember, there's a difference between the daily bias and the daily trend. So in this instance, it rejected daily structure and 4 hour structure. So this was a B setup. Okay. It's a B setup because it rejected 4 hour structure and it rejected daily structure, but the overall trend is still bullish. Okay. So this is a good time to look at Euro JPY. So let's look at it in okay. So this is that move right here. Okay, no, I'm sorry. This is the move. It rejected 4 hour structure and was going down. Okay, now zooming out, let me go to a higher time frame so we can see the daily was already bearish. So this last move down from the 4 hour included the daily and the 4. So this was a B setup, and we saw that in the chart, because what did it do? It left a daily level structure and it was with a 4, but that daily was already established up higher. Okay. So it was a B setup. Okay. That makes sense. All right. So now we are converging And these things are not always approximate, guys. That's probably like the daily right there. Okay. So now we see another convergence. We see another convergence of 4-hour and daily converging at the same time. Okay. So this is actually a what setup? What kind of setup is this? Talk to me, people. Talk to me. If a C setup is the 4-hour going against the daily, if the B setup is a 4-hour with the daily bias, then the A setup is what? Everything going together, meaning it's the 4-hour with the daily bias and with the daily trend. Okay. So this is all three together. This is the strongest of the strong. And as you can see, the last time they came to, hold on, let me take this off. As you can see, the last time they came together, look at the last time they came together. This is the last time all three of them came together. Look how far it ran without reversing. Y'all see that? It ran and ran and ran. I want to count this. I still didn't get it all. I'm going to take it up to this level. Look at that, guys. 1,800 pips till it went up to this level in reverse. When all three of them get together and all three of them are converging again, this is a very, very strong. That's why we call these the A setups. The 4-hour, the daily bias, and the daily trend combined together. Okay. So let's go to MT4 to confirm this. What do we see? We're on Euro JPY, daily, 4-hour. They are together. It's at the infancy of the turn, as we saw on the charts. Okay. Right now, this is it says it's in the daily trend. I believe it's about to turn. It's at the infancy of it. Okay. As we can see here, this thing is saying, Simplicity is saying that it's in the downward trend. I'm not totally convinced, because until this trend line is broken, okay, until this trend line is broken, it is still in an upward trend. Okay, and the system is telling us that, hey, this is about to reverse. All right, now it may go up here and retest and then keep going back down. I don't know, but right now, I believe everything within me says that this is still a bullish trend. Okay, and we all know just because Simplicity arrow comes in does not mean it won't end up being an evidence dot later. Okay, but a trend is not officially over, because has it made a lower low yet? Has not. It's respecting this prior low. Until it makes a lower low, it is not a trend change. Okay. So we could literally go down to the 15-minute. And we see everything taking shape here. See, everything has a lined up. And this is not a bad entry, guys. This is not a bad entry whatsoever. We see daily, we see 4, we see Simplicity, we see everything is pretty much lined up. It's come back like it might be doing a little bit of a retest here. That's your entry. And we see everything as that's my indicator, but it represents the other line crossing at 50. It's there, guys. That's a beautiful, beautiful trade. Okay. Any questions about that? Any questions? Y'all, no dumb question. I want to make sure y'all get this because this is powerful when we can understand it. When you can see it yourself, and we're just looking to the MT4 just to confirm what we already know. This is very, very powerful. Okay. Who's the brave soul is gonna? I've got two more. It's not about being brave soul. We're just having fun. We got GJ. Who wants to tackle it? Am I drafting somebody? You play any, meeny, miny, mo? Anybody? Just raise your hand.
Look like it's on an upward trend on the daily. You
Okay.
start at that point.
So Dwayne, are you stepping in the ring?
Step it in the ring, man. It's the only way
Come on,
you
let's
gonna
do it. Let's do
get
it,
it or
man.
whatever. Get thrown in the fire.
All right. So what are we doing on the daily? Talk to me.
So it look like it's an uptrend.
Okay.
If you look at that very distinct point right there above the P on your screen, right there, and you just draw it up to where it is now. You can make that same channel. You can copy it and make that same channel right above it.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I like that. I like that. Everybody agree with that?
Now, if you want to mark up your zones,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that where we started the trend line at, that's probably, well, let me see. Let's start at the top because I see more touches at the top.
Okay. Let's do that. Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of that. Okay. So you want up here?
Let me see. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it right up there.
Do a major one right here.
A major one can be right up there.
Okay.
And then we come down right above. I mean, I'm trying to read it on the phone, JP. If we go, you can go right there. There are at least two touches there. But if you go up above towards the top, right in that area there.
Yep.
A lot of hits right there. And then another one that you can make is where you were at right before you moved that one up towards the bottom there.
Okay. Right there.
Yes, sir. Now that's what I can see using my phone.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Y'all see how Dwayne told me to put them here, but if we look to the left, look how prices are respected. We couldn't even see all that. Look at that.
Right.
That's good stuff. And I mean, you can put another one right here as well.
Mm-hmm.
And those are your, oh, hold on. Whoa. Those are your major zones as it pertains to the daily time frame. But we don't need to go all the way back there. Okay. That's good. What I do next?
We can go down to the 4 hour and try to fill in some of the see what it's doing on the 4 hour also.
Okay, hold on. Let me stretch this out. So looking at this, what can we tell right now?
That it looks like from where price action is now, it looked like it did go into that upward zone there, and it respected it because it left it. It's coming down to the trend line. It bounced out. It bounced from there. Now it's approaching a trend line.
Yeah. So what if we go on MT4? We should see that price has just probably finished a bearish move on the 4 hour.
Gotcha. Right.
Right. So we see this, and let's change this trend line to red. All right. And hold on, I'm gonna copy this. See that?
Mhm.
With 4 hours, it just went, so it just left, so this was probably a B setup, because this was, it just rejected daily with the 4, now it's coming down here. And so we don't exactly know what it's about to do. That's when we kind of wait for price action to kind of tell us something. Okay, so we don't really know, we don't know what it wants to do right now. It's kind of consolidating.
Right.
So let's go to MT4 and see what we have. This is GJ.
Mhm.
Let me go to GJ, and I'm on a 15-minute on GJ. Okay, so we see it has rejected daily and 4 hour. It's consolidating currently, and we're waiting for everything to line up. Now, Dwight, does that give you extra confidence before you come to the chart?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Because if you can, like you said, if you know what it's doing on the higher time frames, you can go down like we do here, and just kind of pick and choose where our entries need to be a little bit more tight based on what we use with the system that we use here with the simplicity and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, good, good. Hey man, you did a great job, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Really,
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you stepping in the ring, man. I got one
Yes,
more.
sir.
Anybody else? Anybody else? It's that easy, y'all. It's those simple steps, and we're recording all of this. But I want y'all to do this before you get started. I know it's tempting to get. Ooh, I just got a notification on this. Ooh, slow down, because if it's a quality trade like this, it's no need to rush. We're not scalping. Okay, let's make sure it's a quality trade. Or you can do, this is the kind of work you can do on the weekend. Say, hey, I know it's approaching the daily zone. And say, hey, it may be Tuesday, Wednesday before it hits, but I already know it's on my radar. This is kind of work we can do on the weekends while the charts are not moving in preparation for the week ahead. Okay. I got one more. Who's next? I want one of these lovely ladies tonight, because y'all do know women are the best traders. So I want one of our lovely ladies to walk me through. Who shall it be? Lady Bree? You feeling brave?
I hope you won't pick me. What pair are we looking at?
Let's see. Let me see what I got left. You just knew I was gonna call you, didn't you?
Mhm.
Let me see what I got left. Hold on. AUD NZD. I believe so. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the daily. Get this out the way. So bring us on to the promised land. Talk to me. What am I doing?
First, we establish the trend. I don't have trading views, so and I know you told us to open one up. I have one, but I don't like trading views.
Yeah, I didn't either initially until I started doing more analysis. But based on what you see, its current trajectory, you see it in an uptrend or downtrend?
I believe it's in the uptrend.
Hold on. Let me zoom in a little bit. From a major perspective, you see it going down or going up? The major moves.
Well, it's going down the major one,
Okay. I agree with you there. So
but
see that?
you're looking at that one. Okay.
See, because you know, every trend has a bunch of little
Trend within the trend.
zips and zags. But we look at the major moves that's being made. Okay, you see that downward trajectory?
I do.
So then we can get another one, another line that mimics that. And that's what's having the most touches, okay? So you see that?
I do.
Now we need to look for our zones. Okay, so at first we're gonna get our big major ones where we see a big move from. So what do you see?
So the zones will be on the bottom. Yeah, from with that all the way,
Yeah, you see I touched this place twice?
yes. So that will be the bottom zone. right?
Yeah. That's gonna be the major
Top of the zone.
major bottom zone. Now, what I always do, like I said, I get the top bun and the bottom bun of this hamburger first. So I would say this area right here, see all these touches right here? See that, Bree?
I do, yes.
Okay. So I can hit command and hold on, get myself together. And now that's gonna be our major area, okay? So after that, then we go in and we start looking at these small areas where it's touched multiple times. So what do you see?
Okay, so, all right, okay. So on the bottom part, I see where touch 1, 2, then 3.
So right here?
Yeah, right there, and over where you have the channel. That bit right there. yeah.
That's pretty right
Top
there.
one,
Y'all see that?
on the very top, I see where all that consolidation is over to on my left.
Okay. Over here?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. I'm gonna widen the zone just a little bit. Y'all see that? All right, so I see another one kind of right here in the middle. You see that?
Now,
Right, it's really thin. It's not very major. See that? These are the little minor levels, but price still has been respecting. All right. You see anything else? Are you satisfied with that?
I like that, yeah.
Okay, cool. So what do we do next?
Then drop down to the 4 hour.
Yes. I'll drop down to the 4 hour. Let's straighten this out a little bit. All right. And we look at the current movement of the 4. So the current movement of the 4 is telling us what? This red line, this is the
So it's like
daily, this is the daily trend direction. So it's a downward direction. And we're seeing what on the 4?
It's touching the daily. Well, the top part.
Right. So I'm gonna change the color. We're gonna reverse, gonna make this white and that red. So currently the 4 hour is in a what trend?
It's in the uptrend.
See the brackets I just put around it?
Mhm.
So it's in the uptrend, right?
But it looks like it's getting ready to reverse down because it's touching the daily.
Right. It's a high probability. And you said you hit the nail on the head. It looks like it's about to. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait because what it's doing right now, let me zoom in. See that hard rejection there?
Yeah, so we still got a ways up to go up. So
Yep. Still got a good little leg to go. And my thought is the probability is that it came back here to retest this line and it's gonna head back up here until it hits the daily resistance. Okay, so let's look and see on MT4. And this is AUD NZD. So let's look on AUD NZD. And let's see what we got. It's kind of all over the place. It's indecisive. Y'all see that? So it is pretty much like you said, Bree, it kind of touched that already. It's kind of all over the place. I would stay away from it until it make up his mind, but it's telling us that the daily has already been hit and it wants to go down. There's just some indecision in it right now. So you know what we do? We just stay away from this until it make up his mind. That's all we're gonna do. It's pulling back on the 4. It may go forward. When in doubt, we stay out. Okay. Now, Bree, that wasn't too bad, was it?
it's painful.
Oh my goodness. Girl, you did fine. You did fine. Now, this is one of the more difficult ones, so I will give you that. But you did a great job. Great job. Thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? We did 4 examples. I showed you how to start with a naked chart, how to determine what your trend direction is, determine your major zones, look at the places of inflection where the 4-hour and the daily meet. And just to give you another example here, what we can do here, this was a perfect example here where this is the 19th of November where it rejected. Here's the other part that I kind of want to show you guys. Price action will tell you what it wants to do. See that rejection? Then we see this engulfing here. It closed above that. You could have gotten in right here. You could have gotten in on this candle. Put your stop loss below that, 36 pips. You could have took it up to the top of that zone. 132 pips. Or you could have kept, you could have kept riding it all the way up. That's 132. That's almost 4-to-1 trade right there. Simply by planning your trade out, knowing, letting these things tell you this is what's going on. Look for clear rejection. Now you have to have patience. This is a 4-hour candle. Have to have patience. Once that engulfs, you would have to wait. You would have to wait 8 hours right here, guys. 8 hours you would have to wait. But once that confirmed that, you could get in right here. And probably for the next 3 days, you were in positive territory. Okay. So that it is not very hard, guys. And we're doing this stuff with our eyes. So I know you guys may not like it. I did not like Trading View. I thought it was like, man, it's odd. I'm so used to MT4, but it is a great tool to do analysis on. You can get a free version that does all of this. Okay. I think the free version, you can have up to like 3 indicators if you want to do it, but trend lines and all this stuff, you get all this stuff for free. Okay. And I think it's a great tool. So then when you go back to, this being your entry, when you go back to MT4, let's look on the 21st of, let's just show just to confirm, make sure we're not making anything up. We'll go to the 21st of November. I'll guarantee that's probably it. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, let me go to lower time frame. Hold on 1 second. I believe this is the 21st right here, y'all. Yep. This is your November 21st entry right there. It rejected. This would be 22nd, I mean. Yeah, because this was over the weekend. So this would have been that same exact entry right there. And look how far it went. But you would have known that already because you already knew it in the charts and you were just waiting for optimum entry. Okay, guys, this is something that's really, as I've been kind of doing the back end and getting my indicator together, I've really gotten into doing looking at structure, looking at price action, looking at trend lines. Okay. And I think if y'all practice that, if y'all practice that to a degree and just make that part of your practice, the market's about to slow down for the rest of the year. If y'all would make that part of your practice for the rest of the year, it's like, you know what, every day I'm just going to look at some charts. I'm gonna look at it from the daily. I'm gonna look at it from the 4. I'm gonna look for my entry on the 15. Daily 4-15. Daily 4-15. If you find the right entry, the right space, I guarantee you guys, it's really gonna bless your life. I believe that. Okay. Anybody got any questions?
I don't have a question, Tony, but I think that's real powerful. 'Cause I'm just starting off in this, and that's what I was, an arrow trader. Just sit there and wait for the scanner to give me a signal to get into a trade. And sometimes I always wondered when you look at the MT4, it's like, wow, I could have got in way down here compared to when the arrow, came in. And I never knew how to do that until now. So appreciate that.
Oh, my pleasure, sir. My pleasure. Like I said, my objective is to not to keep you all on crutches, to be able to see things and let the indicators confirm things for you. Okay. That's our objective. Anybody else? Any questions, concerns? Guys, it is my honest endeavor. I had to get a whole new developer for my website and everything. He should be finished within the next week to 10 days. It is my endeavor to provide my indicators to the group before anybody else in the world has it, before Christmas, so y'all can play with it and all that stuff. Okay. Is literally at the last little bit. Okay. I'm not going to release it until first of the year for general public. Okay. But I want you all to have it first. Obviously at a discount if you're interested. If you're not interested, I am not offended whatsoever. This was not my endeavor to even get started with that. I started creating these indicators as a response to some of the students in the group. So as God would have it, that's kind of how we are. But thank you all so much. I pray this was a blessing to you all. I'm getting preachy. I just pray that this information was good and that you all could take that in and apply it. Any questions, y'all, please let me know. There's still some people on here that have not done one-on-ones with me. Shame on you. Please contact me so we can do our one-on-ones. Okay. Y'all have a good, blessed night. And like I said, if y'all need anything, let us know. But some good setups out there, y'all. But anything you were looking at, take it through your paces daily. 4, establish the zones, do the trend lines, and it's going to work out for you. Okay. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night. Thank you. Bree, I appreciate you, girl. You did a good job. Y'all take care.
Tony, take care.